Develop success from failure. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. And my friends, just stay at it. You can do this. You can do it. And we have the tools to help you figure it all out. Now let's look at what's up in the market. Most everything was green yesterday. And of course, what did we tell you? Don't be fooled. Things will flatten out and go up a little bit. We're below the 200 EMA, exponential moving average, on the half-day chart. And of course, the 2-day is still trundling down quite strongly. And of course, the weekly is heading down. So again, what does all of that mean to us? As my internet, as I travel, is moving very, very slowly. What does it tell us? Well, it tells us, of course, that we have lots of energy pushing this market down, lots of red as things bleed out. And of course, we're still well above that 200 EMA on the weekly, but it is heading down, going into the fourth week of strong down movement. The S&P 500 down 3.55% for the day. That is quite a downer. And again, it is not a pretty market as we see things continue to move along well below the 200 EMA. But of course, what does that spell for you? It gives you an opportunity after a green up candle, of course, green up candle. Well, yes, 4 green up candles, but a green STC, when it crosses back over going down, gives you an opportunity, since it's below the 200 EMA, to jump back in. So use those as opportunities when the market pulls back up and you still have such strong pressure. And even if it doesn't go in your direction, what do? You cut your losses and you're looking for a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So keep those rules in mind. We have all that great training for you at the channel, and you will, of course, figure it out. Now let's move on to the Nasdaq 100. Man, was it down today? 5.04%. Again, another opportunity to jump in after a green STC moving up and then hammering down for the day. Again, another opportunity to jump in and short things below the 200 EMA. And of course, the 2-day and the weekly are strongly down. What do we see on 20-year bonds? Well, of course, 20-year bonds down 2.74%. Again, down in the morning, further down in the afternoon. We're heading toward what? We jumped into this short position. We haven't hit it yet, but things are moving in the right direction. And again, what are we looking to obtain? A 4.52% gain in this short position, which of course you can jump in with what? TBF, Tango Bravo Foxtrot. What is that? That is the 20-year bond short fund, the inverse fund, or puts. And if you're a Patreon supporter, of course, the first thing we send out at any of the 3 levels when you join is our Options Made Simple, the charting wealth way you need it. It allows you, again, to learn other ways to jump into the market, particularly in this bearish market that we are in now as the bleeding continues. You need to know how to short things. You need to be able to practice that. And of course, everything else in bonds is strongly down, strongly down. Look how much I have to pull things in for you to see where the 200 EMA is, and this is on the half-day chart. Now, let's take a look at gold. Gold down the least for today, 0.38%. But where is gold? Well, gold again has just pulled through our 200 EMA. It peaked up and touched it, but of course we didn't encourage you to jump in on that. Why? Because of course we're to zero. We have everything going down in gold. So again, what did it do? It touched it and then rolled right over. and we'll wait and see. Maybe it'll give you an opportunity at some point after all this unwinding occurs for things like gold, silver, commodities to keep moving up. But we have so much unwinding now, that is just not happening. And lastly, we go to Bitcoin, and we're looking at the Bitcoin future. My gosh, Bitcoin down 9.10%. If we had stayed in that Bitcoin trade, now we of course pulled it when it turned over to green on us. It touched, it allowed us to get out at no loss, but of course, if you would have stayed in, it would have cleared you out today, but woulda, coulda, shoulda will kill you. We will take that position where we didn't lose anything and got out of that short position when our rules were violated. You might say, but Thom, you could have stayed in. You could have hit a 9.42% short position in Bitcoin. And I say, my friends, you're a fool if you disobey the rules. Why? Because the rules protect you and they work the large majority of the time. You want to gamble? This is not the place for you to learn how to do that. You need to learn gambling. You need to go to Vegas and get some lessons. That's not what we do here. But what do we see? Again, down 9.10%. Bitcoin has strong down energy. We can see that it is a minus 15. It's just rotated back to that. The 2-day is down strong. The weekly is down strong in Bitcoin. We have lots of down movement there. Not a time to be in Bitcoin. We put out the Charting Crypto for our Patreon members yesterday, and that's pretty much what we said. Where Bitcoin goes, the rest of the crypto market goes, because it is the big dog. It is the tide coming in or going out. Thanks so much for being with us as we're in the UK this week, heading back. Before the next week, God willing, we'll be back with you in the States. But in the meantime, we're charting these markets for you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.